How stable is China's economy in the face of rising debt levels and economic challenges? This question is on many minds as the world's second-largest economy grapples with a myriad of issues. A struggling housing market, a significant plunge in property sales, and the ripple effects of China Evergrande Group's near default, all create a climate of economic uncertainty. Add to this the rising job losses, a national jobless rate that has climbed above the government's target, and the ongoing impacts of the pandemic, and the picture becomes increasingly complex. These concerns have led to a significant decision by Moody's, a renowned international credit rating agency. So what led Moody's to cut China's credit outlook to negative on rising debt risks, you may ask? The answer to this question lies in a series of events and economic challenges that China has grappled with over the past few years. Let's rewind the clock back to August 2017. The Evergrande Group, a major property developer in China, vowed to reduce its debt and lower its net gearing ratio. However, by November 2018, Evergrande was identified as a financial holding conglomerate that could pose systemic risk. Fast forward to March 2020, and Evergrande has set a target to reduce its debt by a hefty 150 billion yuan annually. But, as we all know, 2020 was a year like no other. With the arrival of the pandemic, regulators introduced debt ratio caps in August 2020, prompting Evergrande to sell a stake in its property management unit. Despite these efforts, Evergrande's debt problems continued to snowball. By September 2021, the company faced downgrades from credit rating agencies, requested extensions on loan interest payments, and faced demands for loan repayment, all while failing to make an interest payment on a dollar bond. And Evergrande wasn't alone in its struggles. The caution among young home buyers in China's property market was palpable. Sales in the property sector plunged 47% in April, the biggest drop since August 2006. Despite mortgage rate cuts, buyers remained hesitant due to concerns about the economy, property market, and the pandemic. This weak property sector, combined with China's zero-COVID policy, rising inflation and interest rates, and a national jobless rate that climbed to 6.1% in April, painted a rather grim picture of China's economic landscape. These incidents have culminated in Moody's decision, reflecting the growing concerns about China's economic stability. The question now is, what does this mean for the future of China's economy, and by extension, the global economy? But that's a topic for our next scene. But what does Moody's decision truly mean for China and the global economy? It's a question that's been on the minds of many. This decision from Moody's underscores the deep-seated concerns over China's rising debt levels and its potential impact on the broader growth of the world's second-largest economy. Imagine a tightrope walker high above the ground, carrying a heavy load. That's China right now, balancing its economic growth against a rising tide of debt. And the world, like an anxious audience, is watching every step. The implications of this decision are far-reaching. It's a wake-up call, signaling that Beijing's support for distressed local governments and state-owned enterprises is waning. This could mean a potential shift in the economic landscape, where these entities can no longer rely on the safety net of state support. A ripple effect is inevitable. The financial burdens faced by these enterprises and local governments will likely affect their ability to invest, innovate, and contribute to China's overall economic growth. The potential knock-on effects on the global economy cannot be ignored either. With China being a major player in global markets, any instability can have widespread implications. As Moody's retains China's A1 long-term rating on the country's sovereign bonds, it's clear that the world is watching how China will navigate these challenging economic waters. So where does this leave us? Well, we've dissected the concerns over China's economic stability, peered into the events that prompted Moody's decision to cut China's credit outlook to negative, and explored the potential implications of this decision. The key takeaway is a rising apprehension about mounting debt levels, the struggling property market, and the impact on China's broader growth. The world's second-largest economy is under scrutiny, as it uses fiscal stimulus to support local governments and manage a spiraling debt crisis among property developers. As China grapples with these economic challenges, the world waits to see how it will respond and what this could mean for global economic stability.